Yo, what's up guys? NinjaNick333 back with round 2 of the Kirwan's Game Store League Challenge. We've got myself here on the left, ZoroGarb yet again, just like the previous round, didn't even move. We got my boy Eamon on the right. He's playing BuzzGarbShrine. Fun fact, with just a Sneasel, no Weavile. He planned it that way. He was going to put Sneasel on his bench to try to trick people into thinking that he was playing Weavile, and then not. So I guess that's a thing. I don't know. I don't think it ended up mattering the entire tournament. So before we sat down, I decided to give Eamon the win. I already had my league challenge finishes. So I decided to be a nice guy and be like, "Yo, Eamon, you need the point. You need points, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, so you can just have the win. I don't care." And he's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool." So he's like, "Thank you. I appreciate it. You're a friend." So Eamon likes to talk about how much better he is at Pokemon than me all the time. So hopefully this video proves something. Maybe it proves him right. Maybe it proves me right. We'll see. So, I tried to put him on for round 1, but the opponent he had round 1 didn't want to be on YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try again later. So I was actually kind of hoping that Eamon didn't get paired up against me this round, because I really wanted to make sure he was on at least one round. And I didn't want to put myself on a second time, just because I feel like I'm in a lot of my own league challenge videos. So I'm in like half of them. Actually, this makes more than, this is like the 5th league challenge video I'm in. So, so yeah, he's playing a BuzzGarbShrine. I'm playing ZoroGarb. It's gonna be a fun time. Technically, it's a good matchup for me. The Garbs, once he hits like 4 items, I just kind of run through them. The Devoured Field helps me run through them. The weakness policies help me not get run through by him. Although Macargo is just such a good card, he could draw whatever card he wants every turn, and if I like whiff one key card at some point, he can just kind of sledgehammer right straight through me and just blow me right out of the water. So, so that's that. His list is actually really good. I actually like him. He and our friend Nick Moffat decided to add an Oricorio to that deck. I don't know if both of them played it in Philly or if it was just Moffat, but I do know that the Oricorio is super good for the mirror, because you have BuzzGarb, right? And you hit BuzzGarb with BuzzGarb, but you play Oricorio. Oricorio resists fighting, so an unmodified Sledgehammer is 10 damage on an Oricorio. Even with Diancie, it's 30. With Diancie and Beast, it's 60. So there's like, and Kukui is 80. There's no way that a Buzzwole can one-shot an Oricorio. So, right? I'm doing that math right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's 80, and the thing has 90 HP. So as long as you're putting anything besides a rainbow on it, you're guaranteed to live. And then if they put a rainbow energy on their Buzzwole, you 2-shot them. Instead of 3-shot. So that's super good. So the Oricorio kind of helps swing the matchup a bit. And as you can see, I go first because I won the die coin flip thing. And I just, weakness policy, psychic energy, pass. And he's like, okay, we're going for the donk. We're going to show YouTube a thing. We're going to win real quick. So like, look at him hand shuffle. And he's like, yo, I'm going to win. We're going to get this. We're going to show the internet what I can do. So he gets rid of a Macargo with his Acrobike. Like, okay, that's bad, right? I fully believe that he can get the donk. Like, he needs Beast Energy and Switch, or he needs Field Blower and Switch and Fighting. So I'm fairly confident he can get some combination of those cards. Puts down a Buzzwole, Rescue Stretchers, back the Macargo back into his deck. So he's played like at least 3 items now, right? 4 is the magic number for Trash Lanch. So if he whips this knockout, if he whips this donk, he's going to destroy. He's going to get destroyed. Poor kid. But I have full faith he could do it. So he's going to go. And he goes, and he attaches a basic fighting energy. So now he needs, and then he lilies for 8. So now, right here, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause this right here. So, had he held that and lilied for 7, that actually gave him more opportunities to pull off the donk. He would have drawn 1 less card to get the donk, but it would have allowed him the chance to draw Beast Energy Switch. Because that's the 2 things he needs. He needs either Beast Energy Switch, or he needs Field Blower Fighting Energy Switch. So he put the Fighting Energy down. That forces him to get his 1 of Field Blower along with his 1 of Switch. Or maybe he plays 2 Switch. I don't know. I think leaving that in his hand and just hoping to draw the Beast Energy just like made his odds more likely. Because if he gets Field Blower Switch off of 7 cards, like off of 7 cards, off of 8 cards, it's still like the same thing to me. It's not that much of a difference. So I saw that and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna win this game the second he played that card. And I got really upset with him because I really didn't want to play this game out. So, and then he draws, and you know what he draws? You see that hand? Look at that Beast Energy right there. Look at that Beast Energy. Yo, Eamon, what are you doing? You got the Beast Energy. You shouldn't have attached it. Weakness policy is too good. So here he goes, discarding a 2nd counter energy and like something else, whatever. Oricorio, I think it was, with an Ultra Ball. So that's minimum 4 items in there, right? Gets the Oranguru. That's good. That's good to get the Oranguru. I can agree with that. He's still gonna try for the donk though. He's gonna try to get Switch Field Blower off of this Oranguru. He believes in it. He's gonna do it. So here he goes. He switches. Choice bands. He's gonna try to instruct into it. He acrobikes. And he's like, oh, it's not Field Blower. It's not Field Blower. And he discards the Guzma. I think that's like the 2nd Guzma he's discarded too. He looks at his 3-card hand that consists of a Beast Energy. And he's upset with himself now. It hits me for 50. I play Devoured Field. I evolved to Zoroark. And he's salty. I'm so sorry, Eamon. Except I'm not. And I Cynthia. I still can't get over how hilarious this is. You just held on to the fighting energy and you won, dude. Like, off of the 7, he drew. So the thing is, off of the 7, I think he got the Acrobike. But the thing is he still played out like another Ultra Ball, which re-randomized his deck. So you don't know that he would have gotten the switch off of the Acrobike if he played it differently and if he only lilied for 7. But I still think it was more likely to do it that way. So it's like really, it was still like really hard odds to hit that donk when I put the weakness policy down. That's just the thing. So you don't know how you're gonna draw cards. So, I mean, like, putting the fighting energy down wasn't a horrible idea, especially since if all I did was weakness policy energy pass, like, what's the likelihood that I'm going to draw out of that? So you can still 2-shot me and win. So it's completely fine. It's just, he could have had the donk. He actually drew into it, and he just, like, kind of misplayed it. But the thing is, he also didn't misplay, because it was still safe to attach an energy and just try to do it over 2 turns. But he was expending a lot of resources trying to get a donk. So it's like, you should either put the fighting energy down and just hit me for 50, or you should play all of the items and do everything you can to make sure you get the donk. So here I go. I think I had top decked the Cynthia too. So I put the I Cynthia and I trade. I have to trade away a DCE. I have to put down a DCE to attack. I only have 1 bench Pokemon. I have to Lele. I Wonder Tag. I've already played a supporter, so I can't play another supporter. So I get another Cynthia for the next turn, just because I need a Pokemon on my bench to do more damage. So I might as well just grab the supporter if I'm benching the Lele anyway. And I just hit for 70. And I just hit for 70. After trading away a DC, I had so many DC in my. I think I had three. I think I had 3 DC in my hand. Like that was just ridiculous. So he's contemplating putting the Beast Energy down. He's just gonna Lily first, see what he gets. That's fine. Nest Ball, probably gonna get. I was kind of thinking Slugma, but no, that's better. That's better than Slugma right now. You still want Slugma in play to try to get the Macargo, but right now he wants to be able to attack. If I knock him out the next turn, which I should in like all regards, he wants to make sure he has another Buzzwole powered up because I don't really have any items in my discard pile. Plus I resist Trashalanche, so that's not like a very likely attack to work for me. He just hits me with another Sledgehammer, does a whole boatload of damage. I'm at 130 now. Eamon, like, straight up points to the camera. He's, like, showing off to the camera a lot. Like, he keeps, like, just straight up staring at it at times, too. He's, like, all amused. If you guys have seen any of my old videos, the one and only Pokemon match that I have like this on the channel that has since been made private is actually a match with him against my friend Tyler, and Eamon wins because Tyler kind of bricks. Like, Tyler's first turn was Skyla for N pass, starting a Plasma Deoxys. So, here I go, Acerola. Rip. So I trade first, and then Acerola, so that then I can trade with it when I put it back down again. So I do. I put it back down again. I put down the weakness policy just in case he wants to do some Guzma shenanigans. Also, I get to recycle those 3 energies that are attached to it. Essentially, the 1 DC and the 1 psychic energy. I put down double. I have double Trubbish now. And this Latios is going to hit for 60, which is exact 130 now for knockout on this Buzzwole, and I'm going to put 30 to something else. So that's really good. Also, the next turn, I could put that Psychic Energy down onto the Latios and Lagoon Flight. Lagoon Flight, man. Lagoon Flight. It's so good. So I decided to put the 30 on the other Buzzwole. Literally doesn't matter where I put any of the other damage, because my plan is to live in Lagoon Flight next turn. So the 30 on Buzzwole doesn't matter, because I'm probably going to try to knock that out, because I was expecting it to come up, which it does. He's gonna Beast Energy my Trubbish. He's got Diancie in play, and he's going to knock out my Trub. So that's really good for him, though. He wants to make sure those Trubbish aren't in play, because he doesn't want to deal with Trashalanche. He doesn't really have a good option to get rid of my Trashalanche besides his Trashalanche. So that is actually the play. It's also, if I don't Lagoon Flight here, like, I can't take a knockout with just the Latios. So I'm forced, this now forces the energy out of me, whereas, well, yeah, I guess either way I was going to Lagoon Flight, so I guess that doesn't matter. But he gets the Trubbish out of play. Looks like I promote the Trubbish, because I'm expecting to Trashalanche, maybe? I don't remember what I was thinking at this point. Trade a couple times, thinking about what I want to bench as my extra Pokemon. I really want another Trubbish, but I don't really have one. I don't have cards that I want to discard with the Ultra Ball to try to find another Trubbish. So I just I just put down the Zora, because that's fine. He's counting my items. There's like 3 or something in there. I don't know. If there's 3, he can respond with his own Trashalanche. I just put down mine, Psychic Energy, and Trashalanche myself. Which is fine, again, because I have the DC on the Latios. If I have another Psychic Energy, I can Lagoon Flight again. And Lagoon Flight will knock out Garb, so that's cool. Also, if I get another weakness policy, I can slap that down on the Latios, and I can Lagoon Flight without having weakness to Trashalanche anymore, and that'll be cool. But he is probably going to respond with a knockout onto my Garb with his Garb, and that'll make me a little sad, but whatever. He does have 2 Slugma in play now. I think at least one of those came into play last turn, so he can start doing Macargo things. Macargo is just such a good card to be able to smooth over, put whatever you want on the top of the deck. Stacking your deck is good. Normally illegal, but cards like Macargo make it okay. So, once per turn at least, it's okay. Alright, so he is going to put down the Macargo. He might be able to play his hand down to 3 cards, or less than 3 cards, so he can Macargo and then draw into it. I'm not entirely sure. He's going to play the Shrine, gets rid of my Stadium. That's not too bad. He's going to also play the Field Blower, get rid of the 1 weakness policy I have. That puts more items in his discard pile, which at this point I'm pretty sure just doesn't matter what the count is in there. So he's just going to play items as much as he wants anyway, because I'm already taking knockouts. Here he goes with the Smooth Over. I know at some points in the future he like smooth overs and then instructs and then smooths over again and stuff, and it's like it's kind of hard to tell that he does it, but I'm gonna try to, because he's like doing multiple actions kind of at once, just like because he had like a 2. So let's see. So he smooths over. I'll clarify it when it comes up. You would know if I had the sound on, because he like actually announces what he's doing. To be clear, but there's no sound because I'm commentating. So here's one smooth over. He's going to put 1 card from his deck on top. Wonder what card this is going to be. Puts down the Buzzwole. He's got 2 cards in hand, so he's going to instruct that 1 card to his hand. Looks like it was another Macargo? I can't tell. He's trying to think of what he wants to do. I don't remember if that... Yeah, that Slugma, I think, came into play this turn. So he just Macargo'd to draw it to have it for next turn, which is fine. That way he can have double smooth over, and that'll really help him get to things. Because at this point, he needs all the help drawing cards as he can get. He is fairly far behind. Also, this is the Sledgehammer turn. He really wishes that he could have Sledgehammered, but it just wasn't really available to him. So I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard my Rescue Stretcher and Fan Club. Cards I don't really need right now. Especially Fan Club. Fan Club's like a first turn or bust kind of card. So here I am. I'm going to just put a Choice Band down for the sake of getting it out of my hand and deck. I'm going to put down a DC, because why not? He doesn't play Enhanced Hammer. Who cares? Don't really need to be conserving cards at this point. I'm in such a favorable position. I just want to make sure that I can get whatever card I want off of the Cynthia. Just want to make sure I can be able to see as many cards as possible, because in the future turns I'm going to want to have Guzma plays. So I want to make sure those Guzmas are in my hand now. Also, if I have to attack with a Zoroark, I want to make sure I have Kukui in my hand in case I don't have the Stadium, or I want to get to the Stadium, stuff like that. I also want the Stadium right now because the Shrine is in play. I want to remove that Shrine. So that's all kind of things I'm doing. That's why I'm playing unnecessary DCs and everything. Just because I feel like I have enough DC to close out the game anyway. Because I think I have 1 more DC after this anyway, so... Here I go, trading another couple items or whatever away. Trade. Don't need that Zoroark. That's something you could do. Sometimes I see people try to conserve their, like, Zoroarks. And it's like, dude, you already have 2 in play. You have no bench space. Just trade the Zoroark. You can Rescue Stretcher it back if you want. I'm playing 2 at this point. So there is the Stadium. So I get rid of his Stadium. So I won't be taking any more damage, and I take the knockout with Trash Lance, going down to 3 prizes. So now it's his 5 to my 3. I'm already ahead by 2, but if he can start taking out knockouts on Zoroarks, which is going to be a lot harder now that I'm not at 4 prizes, so he can't Sledgehammer. But if he can start Sledgehammering with like a Choice Band, and modifiers and stuff, like that'll be really good because he can start taking multiple prizes. But unfortunately, this Garb is a threat that he needs to deal with. It would be really cool right now if he already had 1 energy on his Buzzwole so that he could attach a counter. and then swing around, but unfortunately trying to get the dock, he discarded 2 counter energies. So, that's not really in the cards for him either. So, here he goes, he smooths over. Is this where he does the thing? Or maybe it's next turn. Because he's got double smooth over now. Shuffling. No, okay, I guess not. So he smooths over once, attaches an energy, he instructs, and I almost got confused. But he does it completely fine. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh wait, no, okay, you got it. Guzma's up the Zoroark that does not have the weakness policy or the energy on it. He's checking his discard. No, he's checking his deck. He's smoothing over again. I think he just puts an energy on top. I didn't really see what he got. I'm sorry. Every day I'm shuffling. So he's going to put that on top. He's already instructed, so he can't instruct again. He's just going to whop me. He also does know how many DCs I've used, so he's really hoping that this Zoroark just gets stuck and he can two-shot it. So he can tie up the game, because then if he can tie it up, that actually gives him a prime opportunity. But unfortunately, I have 3 Zoroarks in play and a large hand. So if I don't get Guzma this turn, it's like super unlikely. Like, if I don't get Guzma, like something's going wrong in my life. I actually don't think I've seen a single Guzma yet. And I don't remember if I think I prized 1 Guzma. I think Guzma is like my next prize or something. But I still haven't seen a single Guzma out of my 3. And I have this ridiculously large hand. I haven't played a single one. So I'm looking. Okay, so now I have a Guzma. So I'm contemplating whether or not I want to just attack or Guzma. Looks like I choose to attack. Was that the right play? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right play or not, honestly, now that I'm thinking back on it. Because now he can just try to knock me out with something else. I think he's counting my items. I don't know if he can take a knockout with Trash Lance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have at least 6 items, so it's like he would be able to one-shot me. Because that's 120 minus resistance is 100. I have 110 on me. So that would be exact knockout if he's able to pull off the Trash Lance. So here he goes. He smooths over. I believe this is the turn. So he's going to smooth over a card. Not sure what he's going to get. It's like really weird because I don't think he knows what he wants to get either because he needs a lot. I think he's trying to plan out his whole turn. Because it's getting complicated at this point because he's just so far behind. I mean, I'm at 2 prizes, he's at 5. So it's like I don't really know what he can do to catch up. So he's going to smooth over. He's going to instruct into that 1 card here. And now he's going to smooth over again. So he just like verbally says all of this, what he's doing. So it's a little harder to tell if you don't hear it. So I'm telling you guys for you. So he smooths over a second time. I'm just like, okay. Seems good. Having 2 Macargos in play is so huge. It's really strong. I mean, just getting whatever card you want all the time. Oh. And then he Kukuis, so he draws into that card too. So he's drawn into both of his smooth overs. So now he's got Rainbow, Trash Lance, right? And Stadium. Oh no, he Stomp Offs. Oh, I remember why. He prized both his Trashalanches. That's why he can't win this game. He prized both Trashalanches. That's why he didn't Trashalanche earlier, and he, like, Guzma attacked with Buzzwole and everything. So now he's, like, super reliant on just a Shrine sticking and holding out a bunch of damage, and me somehow not attacking him. But I'm going to attack him. So he's trying his best to do literally anything. Unfortunately, it's just too far behind, and he's lost the game at this point. So if this was a best-of-3 match, he just kind of would have basically looked at his deck, realized both his Trashalanches were prized, and then scooped up at least on the last turn. So here I go. I Guzma, put the Psychic Energy down on the Latios, and I'm going to Lagoon Flight the crap out of this baby Buzzwole. Lagoon Flight! And I don't need to have the weakness policy on it, because number one, Garb would already be taking a one-shot either way. And number two, he doesn't have a Garb. So I go down to one prize, knock it on his Buzzwole. And his only attacking option right now is a Trubbish. Not a Garbodor, a Trubbish, because he prized both his Garbs. He has no counter energies in play, so he can't even pound, or whatever it is, with the Trubbish. So he puts up a Rangaroo, and he's thinking about what he can possibly do to try to stall out this game to a tie. But again, he did win this game because I just gave it to him before we even sat down, so he's just trying to redeem himself for the camera. Sorry, bro. What are you gonna do? He's still only taken one prize this game. That's stupid. Did you remember my start was Zoroark, weakness policy, psychic energy, pass. And I've gone like 1 to 5 on prizes here. That's stupid. That's stupid. There's no reason I should be winning right now. So he's just legitimately just trying to figure out literally any way he could possibly win the game. We have plenty of time to still play. Especially since I'm at 1 prize, I know it's over on my next turn. So he's going to move over whatever that card is. He's going to put it on top of his deck. He's going to play a card, which is Kukui, to draw 2 cards. And you can tell by his hand motions that he knows that he's lost. Puts down the stadium, nest balls into a Buzzwole. Pretty sure he's just like out of Guzma and switches. He's going to smooth over yet again. Put that on top. Instruct into it. Rainbow Energy Choice Band. Puts the 1 damage on it from the rainbow. The 1 damage counter, or 1 damage, or whatever it is. And he's just going to pass, because that's all he can do. And he helps me with the shrine damage, because I always forget to do that all the time, because I'm bad. I'm a bad player. And I trade. I'm pretty sure I just got the Guzma. Yep, I just got the Guzma off of that one trade. I think my deck is 1 or 2 cards left. So I trade again, 4 style points. And then I'm going to Guzma up literally anything. Yep, I Guzma up that, and I Trashalanche the crap out of it. And there it is. Double Garbodor in his prizes. And the Sneasel, too. So that's the game, guys. R.I.P. Eamon. He still ended up winning the match, so I'm going to put him on again the next round. I wanted to give him a chance to redeem himself, because he is actually a decent player. And so is my friend Hannah. Hannah wanted to be on too. So it's going to be a mirror match, and it's going to be Hannah versus Eamon here. So we will see you guys for the last round.